Hello and welcome back to episode 10 of the Rags to Riches series, where I try to take a lower league England team as high as I can go, or at least until FM19 comes out in a few months. Had a bit of an injury crisis, and that's been the way we've been rolling for the past couple weeks. Ben Holmes, one of our superstar midfielders, is out with a broken foot, and he's been out for a little while. 11/27, so November 27th, he got that broken foot. We had a few more that were injured. Who else? Elliot Richards is back, but he's going to be playing for the reserve team for a few games. Coughlin's back, and there was another one that was injured as well, but I think we can go into the med center and see who's been injured. Injury history. Holmes, Derbyshire came back. Connie was out for a little bit, but he's been playing down into 18, so that's not that big of an issue. Let's sort by date. That's what we want to do. So Thorpe was out for a little bit. Ben Holmes was out. Richards was out. Pearson was out. Joe Cook. So for about a month stretch there, he at least had 2 or 3 players that were injured. But since Ben Holmes has been out, is going to be out for another 7 weeks to 3 months. Let's just go say 3 months with a broken foot, and we don't know how he's going to come back. Obviously, he's going to lose a little bit of his physicals, which is a bit frustrating because he's one of our best players. So we had to go out and sign someone, and we got Jim Kellerman in, and he's a Mazzala, and a central midfielder. We're going to play him as a central midfielder on automatic, and he's good. He's decent. He's filling in well. Hasn't been doing too good of a job, but his match sharpness needs to come up, and once he starts gelling with the team, I think he'll be fine. I like the attributes here. I like my midfielders to be well-rounded. I don't like them to be too far on the defense, too far on the offense or attacking. Right there in the middle. And let's look at finances. We're trending up. I think we started the last recording. I think we were at 350,000, 360,000. So we've got a little bit more money. And projection still isn't bad. I think by the end of the season we'll break even. And let's look at the schedule. And we last stopped off by beating Blackpool 1-0, and then we lost a few games. The run of games hasn't been too strong. I think Billericay Town is starting to pull away from us. They beat us 2-3 pretty handily. Score looks pretty close, but that was pretty much domination by them. And I do apologize if you guys can hear the thunder. It is raining here in Tampa, which it usually does every day in the rainy season. So if you like thunder, then enjoy. If not, if you're a little weary of thunder, then too bad. And we got our asses handed to us by Luton Town in the second round of the FA Cup, which was expected. Then went on to a 4-1 win at Wealdstone, and then a 3-0 win at Gloucester City. Up in this episode, we'll have Chelmsford City and Chippenham Town, and let's get into the team selection. We're going to start with Derbyshire and Coughlin up front, with Jake Jones, Jordan Jones, Kellerman, and Thorpe in the middle. Keep an eye out for Kellerman. He's our new guy. Patterson, the Greek guy, Mr. Greek, Cook, and Higgins with Davies. And Kilman, Moore, King, Murphy, and Bird as our substitutes. Still staying on attacking to start out the game. I want to try to get another good run going. I forgot to show you the league. Let's go back and look at the league after we do this talk here. Alright, let's look at the league. Come on. Let's see if we go this way. There we go. We're gonna look at competitions, and we are out second round in the FA Cup, and we drew Chums from City. This is the game we're playing, the FA Trophy, and we have dropped down 2 losses in a row in the league, and we are 4 points behind. Billericay's going for the invincible season. Still got him on goal differential, which is all right. Now, if you remember at the beginning of the season, I predicted that we would finish mid-table, so anything in the playoffs or thereabouts is good for us. And let's look at the season preview competitions, Vanarama season preview. We were predicted to be 3rd, so I thought we were down in the middle. Oh well, predicted 3rd, so outperforming what they expected, but still like to win. I don't want to go through the playoffs, although I think the playoffs would be sort of exciting. I haven't done a playoff yet in any of my saves. It's all been promotion straight off the bat, so that would be a little exciting, especially since I didn't really expect to be in there. I'm already starting to look at what players I want to replace, and again, it's going to be the defense that I'm looking to revamp and get some better players. There's a few defenders, and Kellerman gets his first goal for us, and it was a nice ball in there, and hits it right underneath the goalkeeper. So, anyways, it's the defense I want to be looking at. I love a good strong defense. Wingers, wingbacks are okay. We got some young ones coming through. Some 17, 18, 19-year-olds that are doing pretty well. I want to get at least two more center backs. 2 more center backs would be good. Young center backs that we can groom. And looking at this game, we're getting a lot of yellow cards, so that's a little concerning. Both our center backs are on yellow cards right now, but as far as shots go, we got shots are going up 6, 3, 7, 8, 3. 8 shots, only 3 on target. Try to get a little bit more shots on target, and Derbyshire and Coughlin, and over the bar. I want to get Derbyshire back on. I don't think he's scored any goals since he came back. I think he's still sitting on 6 goals. Let's look at his form. Yeah, he scored 1 since he came back, so he's getting in there. He's got 2 assists. Hasn't been playing too bad. Little up and down, but still got to get his feet back underneath him. I'm not too worried about it. Our defense is playing such shit. Still room for improvement. See if we can get those. Who's upset? Jones and Derbyshire. And we brought him back around. Get this second half started here. Demand more. Cook with the free kick out to Thorpe. Thorpe hits it forward for Derbyshire, and if you can get it over in the middle, now he takes a shot, and goalkeeper makes a good save. Goalkeeper hits it long. Cook heads away. Higgins has the ball to Kellerman to Derbyshire. Back to Kellerman, back to Thorpe, and what's he going to do with it? He's going to run her down the right, and he decides to go back to Jones. Jones hits it up to Jones, and Derbyshire hits it off the bottom of the crossbar, and it is in, and we are up 2-0 with 46 minutes on the clock. That was a nice run of passes there that we had. Got the ball out to Jordan Jones, and Derbyshire was able to put it in the back of the net. Hopefully he can get back on his run of form that he had last year. It was playing in a lower division, but he was banging them in. Didn't seem like he could miss. Seemed like every time that we had a lumped ball up forward, or a ball hit long, he got on the end of it, or on the end of a cross or whatever, and it just seemed like everything was going in for him, and he's got a chance for a second, and he gets his second. And it looks like our, I don't want to say it too early, but it looks like our luck is starting to turn around. Last few games we played good after the 2 consecutive losses. I think they were in the league, other than Luton. I expected to go out and that Luton game was frustrating because no matter what I did, I went to attacking or standard control. I didn't mess with much of anything else, but it didn't seem like we could get any shots on goal. But you know, they are a mid-table League One side, so that's kind of expected. But we're starting to turn it around here, and we lost the clean sheet. That was not good. Who's that there? Greek fella? I think he's going to be coming out. I'm not even going to attempt Ozuon. Unitas? What's his first name? Khan's his first name? Maybe we'll change it. We're gonna go with Thorpe. I don't want to bring in let's see it. Nope, he's a little tired. Let's go with Connie and then Kellerman. Actually, no, we're gonna bring King on and see where we can go from there. Got a little bit better possession of 53%, and the passes completed are right around where I like it to be. I like to be a little bit higher, around 70-75%. But can't complain too much and get it over. Thought he could get it over in the middle there and see if Derbyshire could get his hat trick. But we got a corner. Jones hits it into the middle, and it's cleared out. And Harrison is running down the left side. And our defender goes over to cut it off. And we're gonna make our last sub here. And Kellerman can come off for Billy Murphy. Let's see how he's been doing the last 5 matches. Has not been doing too well. Been playing well in the league, but the last 5 matches haven't been too great. So I think we're gonna bring in Charlie Gorman, who is the guy that we dropped last time back to our under 18s, and we're gonna pull Murphy back in, or try him in a different role. I think Murphy likes to play ball-winning midfielder. I think I might try playing ball-winning. See how that works out. Rather than just a central midfielder and a deep-lying playmaker. I never played the deep-lying playmaker too often in my other saves because I didn't want anybody tracking back. I wanted my midfielders to hold solid or get forward, but it always left holes. So starting out with my lead save, I had a defensive midfielder playing right behind 2 midfielders, and that worked out. But I wasn't getting enough shots on goal. I wasn't getting enough possession in a final third. So I decided to go with a deep lying playmaker in the midfield, and it just worked out perfect. So, you know, that was about 4 or 5 months ago that I started doing that, and now I do it in all of my saves. I look for a deep lying playmaker to sit with a midfielder, central midfielder on. Don't like Mazzala or Carolero too much. Rather just be a regular central midfielder to kind of. And there's Derbyshire's hat trick. I was hoping he'd get back on the goals, and he has. Is that Patterson? No, Jones. No, Patterson gets the assist. Left back gets the assist. Anyways, the only role that I really don't like playing in the midfield is advanced playmaker, because I feel like if you have a midfielder that goes forward and then one that goes back, it leaves a gap in the midfield. If you have one that goes forward and stays in the middle, then you leave a gap between the defense and the midfield. So I guess if you were playing a midfield 3, then that would work. But I've kind of moved on to different tactics, rather than usually just like playing 2 in the middle and then wingers outside. But on my lead save, I am playing the cheat tactic, which is the 5-2-3. So 3 in the back, 2 wing backs, a deep lying playmaker, and a central midfielder, and then 3 up top, which works out pretty well. So, but I think when I do for FM19, when I start playing, I want to try to do 3 different saves. Obviously, the rags to riches save. And I talked about this before in one of my earlier videos. I want to do the rags to riches save. I want to do like a dynasty save, which is picking up a strong team and try to win as much as possible. But I mean, everyone does that. I think that's kind of boring. And then I want to do what I'm most likely going to call American Manager in Europe, which start out in the MLS. Probably going to be with Columbus Crew, because that's the team I support here in America. Probably start out with a Columbus Crew and see if I can latch onto a team and work my way up in Europe. And then I want to do like a save, getting in or starting like managing a team that was good back in the 60s and 70s. I've been thinking about maybe Feyenoord, or maybe Red Star Belgrade, some team like that was challenging for European titles back in the day, back in the 60s or 70s, or maybe even before that. I don't want to play in Italy or Spain or Europe, or Italy, Spain, Portugal, any one of the big leagues. I want to get a smaller league and see how I can get them up. Maybe one in Scandinavia, or the Dutch league, or one of those. I think that'd be pretty challenging. I'm kind of over the Real Madrids and the Man Cities and the Man Uniteds and all that stuff. I want a little bit more of a challenge. So that is it for this game, and we will be back for the Chippenham Town game. And we are back for the next game. Made some moves, asked the board if we could have one more coach, one more physio, and one more scout, and they obliged. And when I went over to training, I looked at my coaches and saw what we were lacking at. Attacking was, other than goalkeeping, attacking was where we were lacking. So I went out and got a coach. Let's see, Mr. Tom Golabek. So he's good at tactical and attacking, good with working with youngsters, motivating and determination. Level of discipline is pretty good. So good with him. And there's my scout, an 18-year-old scout from South Africa. Wow, amazing. And he's got good adaptability, potential ability, judging potential and judging ability too. So he should be coming in. And Wayne Curtis as our physio. He's also pretty good. So that should do well for our staff, and we're tops in the league with everything except for goalkeeping, handling. Only 3rd in the league there, but we'll see if we can get another goalkeeping coach, or a better goalkeeping coach. Let's see. He's not too bad. He's only 23 years old. And continental B license, so it's not that bad. Staff are kind of an overlooked attribute, or overlooked part of FM. I mean, if you want your players to develop, then you have to have good coaches. So a lot of people that I've seen, they'll look at their assistant coach, and the only thing that he needs to do is judge potential ability and manage management, and look at players and judge them correctly. But I mean, they also coach too, so don't have the coaching aspect and the mental aspect shit too, because if you come over to the training, he's also a coach too. So I got my assistant coach on defending, and he's pretty damn good at it for this level. So your assistant coach coaches as well, so make sure that he has all the necessary attributes for that as well. So that's my little tip for the day, I guess. I love scouting coaches, getting the best coaches I can, because I want my backroom staff to support my team. You know, if you have shitty physios, then you're going to get injured. If you have shitty scouts, then you're not going to scout anybody, and you're going to have horrible scouting reports. And if you have shitty coaches, then your players aren't going to develop. So make sure that you make that a point. You know, every season or half season or whatever. Make sure your coaches are up to snuff, and if they're not, look for some more. So for the Chippenham Town game, we're gonna have Bird and Pearson up front with Leadsham, Evans, Murphy, and Miller across the middle. Kilman, Mole, King, and Moore in the back with Davies as our keeper. And I want to get a nice run of games in the league going, because I think we're to the point halfway through the season where I feel like if Billericay Town decide to go on a run, then we're gonna get left behind. And as much as I said before that I wouldn't mind a playoff, experiencing that, I don't want to get left. I don't want to get left behind too much. So we need a nice run here, and we started off well last game. Hopefully it's the beginning of a nice green run that we can get going on. Pearson over to Murphy, and he's got a runner down the right. Gonna hit him over there on the right, and Leacham down the left hand side. Hits it in, and the goalkeeper looks like he made an unnecessary attempt at a save there. Probably going wide. And Kilman tracks back to pick up. Don't hit it to the goalkeeper. He would have hit it to the goalkeeper. I just had a feeling that he was gonna fumble it or something, and it was gonna go in. And Pearson hits it to Bird, and he skies it over the top. Bird needs to get back on track. He needs to get up there with the Derbyshires and the Youngs. He's at the point now where he needs to start scoring, or he's gonna get pushed down to the under 18s. And they are all over us right now. I have a feeling I should be dropping back to control if things don't. We'll give it to the 20th minute, and Bird's in. He shoots, and the goalkeeper makes a good save, and we have a corner. I think tomorrow I'll go over my set pieces, because we haven't been doing too well on corners or set pieces or anything of that nature. I don't really look for that to be a key part of my game, but it's part of it. So part of the game itself, the game of soccer or football or whatever you want to call it. And Amole, the center back. Take notes, Bird. That was a clean strike. Miller with a corner kick, and it's headed out, and Ledsham right to Amole, and hits it in, and we are up 1-0. 33 minutes in. Hopefully they don't hit a quick reply. And then sprays it out to the right hand side, and the cross, and it's headed away, and Murphy has the ball. Hit it up. Bird can get over to Pearson. Nope, and he decides to be selfish and hit it into the stands. He's playing absolute shit. I think we might have to pull Bird off at halftime. And our defense isn't playing too well either. Got a 6.5 out there and a 6.2. I'm going to give him until the 50th minute. I'm going to do an individual talk with Bird, and I'm going to tell him I am not too happy. I am not too happy, sir. Other than that, I think everyone's done pretty well. Hopefully that gets a spark under his tuchus. And we are at the 50th minute, and he is dropping down. So, who do we got? We got Youngs, the guy that's gonna eventually replace him if he doesn't start to score. Let's look at his form. It hasn't been too bad. It's actually been pretty good. I don't know what I was thinking. I think there were a few games. It was a Weldstone game. Obviously, he didn't do too well. Maybe it's Derbyshire that I was thinking of. I don't know what I was thinking. He wasn't doing well that game. Or this game. That's what I'll go with. Hey, I don't know everything that's going on. But he wasn't playing well this game, so we'll keep it at that. And I was gonna let's do ratings, and King can come off. Wasn't doing too well. Should I do a triple sub? Should I do a triple? No, I think Nathan Moore has something in him. I think he's got something good coming down that left or right side, whichever side he's on. And then Young straight off the bench over to Pearson and straight at the goalkeeper. Do a bit of a shout here. Demand a little bit more. I think Moore, maybe Leacham. We don't have a replacement for Leacham, so he can't come off. So we're gonna put Higgins on for Moore. See if we can see this game out. I don't mind a 1-0 win. I don't mind that at all. We just need to get in the win column. That's all we need. Do a little bit, another shout here. Encourage the boys. They always seem to hit it right in the middle, and there's none of our players are right in the middle. So offside. Shit. And that was our other center back that got that goal. Our center backs are putting our strikers to shame. Although Pearson seems like he's doing pretty well. He got 7 key passes from a target man, which I guess that's what he's supposed to do, right? He's supposed to get the ball and hold the play up and look for the right pass, right? I assume. I guess. I don't know. I'll always be the first one to say I don't know too much about football. I do well. I can hold my own. And there's Youngs over to Pearson, and we have the second goal and the brace. I don't get excited too much in my videos for my goals. I don't have that exuberance or that joyful release, as you would say, when there's a goal. I think I've been kind of spoiled this season. Kind of expect it now. But if we have a game that actually means something, I'll probably, get a little bit more excited. But in general, I'm a pretty laid back kind of guy, so I'll try to make the videos a little bit more exciting, a little bit more joyful for you as we go on. But this is only my 10th video, so I'll learn what to do, what not to do. We'll work it out. Just stick with me. I think when FM18 comes out, we'll be kicked into high gear. Hopefully by then I'll have a webcam so you can see my pretty face. Maybe then I'll do a little bit more with my hands, more movement with my hands like I'm doing now that you can't see. Maybe facial expressions that you'll be able to see. General shit like that. But for now, you just have my boring nasally voice. It seems like Pearson's due for an injury, and that's exciting. I wonder what it's going to be this time. And I only say that because he got the man of the match, so I think he's due for an injury. Let's look at his injury report. Where has it mostly been? Legs, concussion, torn knee ligaments. But he's coming along now. He's having a really good season. And I mean, in the league, the FA Trophy he's pulling a 9. He's only played 1 game, but hey, it is what it is. let's have a quick look at the league before we end this. We are now sitting same as we were in second place, 4 points off. So we need to get a good string of games going here. And let's look at our schedule here real quick. I think we'll come back for the game against Geisley. Is it Geesley? Geisley? It's a FA Trophy second round. We'll play a couple games there. Braintree instead. So the next few games, 16th, 12th, 15th, 19th, and 7th, I would be happy with, 4 wins and a draw out of there. And I want to see where Billericay Town, their schedule. They're coming up against 16th, 19th, 7th. So they have a pretty easy run of games coming up too. So we shall see, and that is the end of the episode. Please remember to like, please remember to subscribe, and please remember to comment, and we will see you next episode.